Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's grab a beverage of your choice, because today I will be reviewing the last of the 3 books in the Zenescope Horror Collection. Okay, first of all, I did Satan's Hollow. You can see that. Hang on. And then I did Paradise Court. Both those were written by Joe Brusha and published by Zenescope. Of course, since it is a Zenescope collection, of course they were published by Zenescope. Now this one here is called Devil's Road, and you can see this is the cover for this, or the other way around. This is written by Joe Brusha, or the story is by Joe Brusha and Ralph Tescadero, and writers are Joe Tyler and Ralph Tescadero. Artwork is Jamie Martinez Rodriguez and Alan Otero. This is one story. The other two were trades of a series, like issues 1 through 6 and 1 through 5. This is just a graphic novel, so it's one story with a small little backup one in the back. So basically, the story of this, and it is hardback, like all 3 of them, a bus carrying resort guests on the Devil's Road through Mexico is taken hostage by a ruthless gang, but it is not a ransom that the kidnappers are interested in. It's something much more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. Okay, so we open up, and here is just the title page. It's really kind of simple. You have the credits, and then a refresh of the page, and then we kind of jump right in to the story. Okay, this it's in black and white, which is a different change. It's a change of pace. If stuff is done in black and white, it takes. It's depending on how it's done, can be done well or not. This is one of the ones that is done really well. So basically what we have is there are 2 couples who are at a Mexican resort. One is and they're all friends. One couple is actively still dating. They're deeply, deeply in love. The other 2 were a couple when they booked the trip. But the guy was kind of a hound dog, so the chick broke up with him, but they still went on the trip together, and I guess she's still pining for him, but she's out there trying to make him jealous. So we have, just we have them at the pool on the thing, and you can see the dark-haired one. She is on the hunt. She's trying to get some action. Find a guy to entertain herself with for the night. And the ex-boyfriend, is doing the same thing, but with girls. So you just a couple pages of how there's things are going, and then they meet a couple of dudes in the bar, and they're just hey, we're here, we're Americans too, and there are another couple who are on vacation as well. They're Army vets, and they are the original two sets invite these men to go on a trip with them to the city the next morning. They're taking a bus into the city. They're like, yeah, we'll come. So all six of them hop onto a bus the next morning. And for some reason, the bus is going the wrong way, and then there's a Jeep that is following them for the last 10 miles. And the Jeep is a bunch of cartel members. And they take the bus hostage. Hence what is said on the back of the book. And the girls are like, oh, whoa, you can't do this stuff to us. We're Americans. As if that would ever actually work in any type of situation. They're like, oh, you're Americans? We don't give a shit. And they're one of them, I think the blonde girl, her father's even rich. And he says, oh, we've got millions, we'll pay ransom. And they're like, no, we don't care. But what they're doing is they're making people fight. It's kind of they're picking people from the bus. Well, first they were looking for a member of a rival cartel. I guess they were trying to get rid of him. But then, once they got the person they thought was the rival cartel member, they are just sitting there making all these people fight. Just for shits and giggles. And this isn't just Fight Club, where everyone's lives. This is fights to the death. And if you have to, you have to kill the other person. And so our central characters are trying to figure out how to get out of this situation alive. And they have to go to some interesting lengths in attempts to get out alive. Does it work? You'll have to read it. This is finding myself repeating myself a little bit for this in this collection. This is a really good story. Well written. All the characters are distinct. There's motivations behind all the different actions of the central characters and the other people. The art is fantastic. And I think the black and white part works. It's got nice little Uh, just the stuff that you see here is in really good. I like the way they play with the light and dark on there, and it's captivating. Very well done. I got through it very quickly because you're paying attention, you're riveted to what's going on, and you want to know how this ends. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. And then you even have a kind of a you have a secondary story in the back, which is semi-related to what is going on in the first story, which is just as interesting. So between the two of these, great book. Very fun to read, very entertaining, and it's a 5 out of 5, and I say read this one. So get all three of them individually, or you can get this online. I got it on In Stock Trades. So let me know if you've read any of those, what you think, and like, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy your horror comics.